All right, guys. Our next bit of news today is also kind of in the same vein of like a sequel kind of thing. You may have heard, Sex in the City is getting a reboot. Not necessarily a reboot, but it's like the next chapter, right? So HBO back in, I think it was 1998. I think Sex in the City ran from 98 to 2008, something along those lines. I think it spanned like 10 years. Was it like 8 seasons in 10 years, something like that? Wildly successful, you guys. Wildly successful. I know that like this just spawned a massive pop culture movement in terms of just like pop culture itself, but specifically within storytelling. HBO kind of carved a brand new path for where storytelling was going to go and how like new stories were going to be told moving forward. And we can kind of point back to like The Sopranos and Sex in the City. You know, a few of these shows. Arrested Development was kind of a new one. They trailblazed a brand new path on how to do a sitcom but without a laugh track. All that stuff was kind of revolutionary, right? And of course, like the characters from Sex and the City are just ridiculously memorable, and people love them. So now, what they're going to do is kind of like the next chapter, right? So it's been off the air for what, 12 years. It's been off the air for 12 years, and probably by the time they get to filming, it's going to be a little bit more than that. So 12, 13, maybe 14 years, depending if it comes out in 2021, 22, 23, something like that. I doubt they'll wait until 2023. But Sarah Jessica Parker took to her social media, and she posted just a really brief video. It doesn't yes, there's sound, but it's there's no music or whatever. Here, let me just go ahead and play it for you real quick, just so you can kind of get an idea as to what it was that she posted. You can see it's just kind of like a bunch of a collection of images from all around New York City. And of course it intercuts with her writing her diary on her computer. And just like that. So that is going to be the new the title of the new series. They're not going with Sex and the City. They're not going with Sex and the City 2. It officially is called Just Like That, and Just Like That, which is it's an interesting title. I guess it kind of continues on the theme of how Carrie Bradshaw wrote her memoirs or her journal entries in the original series. I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm not so sure this is a great idea. I mean, maybe it is. And the synopsis here from the Hollywood Reporter is that executive producer and lead star of the show, Sarah Jessica Parker, she is excited about exploring her character, Carrie Bradshaw, in a post-Me Too world. And so she says, her character will have a lot to say. And I'm sure she will. But I also feel like we've kind of received a lot of other shows in the same vein, as opposed to having to go back and revisit similar characters. Like Pretty Little Liars was mentioned in the article, as was the HBO show Girls, which is kind of like the now version of Sex and the City. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is a great idea. And also, Kim Cattrall will not be returning. Apparently, famously, she and Sarah Jessica Parker have not been working very well together. And Kim Cattrall is actually a big advocate to have her character recast as a person of color, or someone just to give a little bit more representation to, which I think is kind of a fantastic idea. Kim Cattrall has some very strong feelings about this, and And so it looks like they're just moving ahead without her. Oh, sorry, without Kim Cattrall and without her character. You guys, I'm getting a lot of strong vibes from Golden Palace here. Do you remember when the Golden Girls ended? And then they tried to do, I think it was like the very next season, they tried to continue on the story of the Golden Girls, but without B. Arthur. B. Arthur's character at the end of Golden Girls, she gets married and she moves out of the house. And so now Rose and Blanche and Sophia decide, hey, let's buy a hotel. So they pool their money together, buy a hotel, and now they're just running a hotel. I think Don Cheadle was in it for a hot second. It didn't, I don't remember how many episodes it aired, but it was not many. Maybe one. I've seen the pilot. I've definitely seen the pilot. I may have seen the next episode, but not many episodes came out from this. So I don't know. Yeah, the Sex and the City revival, I guess, is probably a more appropriate term. Sex and the City revival, titled "And Just Like That." ... I don't know if this is going to catch on. It's currently slated for 10 episodes. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work spectacularly. I just don't know if there's a huge clamoring to return back to these characters. But then again, you guys, how much of a Frasier fan I am. I love Frasier. And so when they were talking about doing a Frasier revival, another Frasier revival, first we got Frasier and Cheers, and then we got the standalone spin-off show of Frasier. And now they're talking about, and they have been talking about doing a third series involving the character of Frasier Crane, centrally revolving around his character and his new updated life and whatever. I am fully on board with this. I am all for it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking unfairly. Maybe it's just because I never grew up with the love for Sex and the City that I know a lot of other people did. But the question is for you guys. How do you feel about a Sex and the City revival entitled "And Just Like That"? Are you looking forward to it? Are you a little bit more like me and be like, meh, I'm good. I don't necessarily see the point. That being said, if they've got some great ideas, and let's delve into it. What do you think? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you somewhere in between? Jump on down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Batman from the animated series would want you to do. His name is Batman.